and welcome to Club 8 episode 9 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, it is the pre-season and transfer special edition. As you can see, it is the middle of June, and the first signing is already here, so I'll be back in a moment to introduce you to him. Okay, here he is then, our first signing, and it is a 28-year-old right back by the name of Michael Coyote. He is a real player, and I'll show you his history once we've had a brief look at some of his attributes. And his physicals are really impressive. Mentals could do with a little bit of improvement, but at 3.5 stars of current ability and potential, he's pretty decent. So in terms of history, this is what he's done. As you can see, he starts the game at Fiorentina and has been averaging close to or above a 7 for pretty much the entire duration of the save. And last season was almost his best yet at 7.27 from 33 games. So delighted to get him in. He is a current Italian international. He's got 31 caps and is worth way more than the 70 million we paid for him. So I will now go and try and get rid of a couple of players and hopefully bring in one more as well. And I'll be back in a moment to show you how I've got on with that. Okay, it is now July the 1st, and the out-of-contract players have gone, and these are the players that have also left the club. Tony Connolly's joined Wigan on a free transfer. Jimmy Ngonzima's gone to Leyton Orient on loan. We got 20 million for Dejan Simovic. Trent Alexander-Arnold joined Al Ittihad for free. Mark Pubel went to Napoli on a free. And Eric Garcia has joined El Ettifaq for £26 million. And that leaves our squad, as it stands now, looking like this. So at the moment, I think we still need a central defender. I think we need to get rid of Nuno Tavares and bring in an alternative left back. And I think we probably need somebody in central midfield. And I also need to get rid of Liam Smaller. Apart from that, I'm reasonably happy with the squad we've got. So I'll go away, try and fill those gaps, and I'll be back in a moment to show you what I've done. Okay, it's now the 1st of August, so time to take another look at the transfer business done so far. And you'll recall the last update was the 1st of July, and the last player to leave was Eric Garcia. Since then, we've lost Brian Bonalumi to Al Qadsia for 16.75 million, Nuno Tavares to Al Rayed for 5.25 million. Ordi Zakwani's gone to Mansfield on loan. Liam Smaller's joined Sunderland on loan. We got 35 million from Al Hilal for Urian Timber, and Carlos Ixtlahak has gone on loan to Brighton. In terms of players arriving, we've made 5 signings so far, beginning with Santiago Perez, who cost us 30 million initially from Barcelona, and he's a centre-back. 4 stars of current ability and potential. He's 21, so really pleased to get him. Aldo Morales for an initial 48 million from Benfica, and he's another 4-star centre-back, so defensively we look a lot stronger. Joaquin Ors from Valencia was next in, and he's a left back and another 4-star player. The next one was Mike Cooper from Plymouth Argyle for 8.5 million. He's going to be our backup goalkeeper, so I'm not too worried that he's only 2 stars and 33 years old. And the final one so far is Fabio Po from Torino. And as you can see, he's 3 stars of current ability, 3.5 stars of potential, and is a right back who can play basically anywhere down the right hand side and can also fill in at left back as well. So I'll be back in a moment to round up the final pre-season business and give you the results of the friendlies. Okay, it is now the 13th of August, so time to give you the final transfer update of the summer transfer window, and just one addition to the squad since I last spoke to you, and that's Vanino for £46.5 million from Porto. And as you can see, he's a central midfielder, 4 stars of current ability, 4 stars of potential, 24-year-old Brazilian international. Delighted to get him in. So I will then also show you the players who have left. And as you can see, since the 1st of August, we've lost a couple more players. And we've in total made 128 million from transfers. So the headline moves over the summer: Alexis McAllister leaving for £20.5 million, Urian Timber leaving for 35 million, Brian Bonalumi leaving for 16.5 million, Eric Garcia leaving for 26 million, and Simovic leaving for 20 million. So plenty of money coming in, more going out obviously. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the squad as it stands on the eve of the new season. Okay, with just 48 hours to go until the season starts, let's have a look at the squad depth that we've got for the new campaign. Beginning in goal, Gordon Payton remains first choice keeper, with new signing Mike Cooper slotting in behind him. Moving on to the back 4, we've got Joaquin Ors, who is marginally ahead of Tonino at left back. In terms of the centre-back, it's Atasoy, Morales, Perez, Molina and Basetic who will fight it out for the 2 slots. And then at right-back, we've got new signing Coyote and Aldo Morales, who is also a centre-back by trade, but is almost as good as Coyote at right-back. Moving on to defensive midfield, and Morales is the slight leader in there, ahead of Basetic, Tonino, Molina and Thuram. Moving on to the deep-lying playmaker role, and Szoboszlai comes out on top there, with new signing Vanino just behind him, with Thuram a very, very close third. Basetic, Dudu and Strachan are also perfectly decent options in there. On the right hand side of the central midfield pairing, so that is the box to box role, we've got Thuram, Szoboszlai, Vanino with nothing between them, Basetic and Strachan just behind them. And then on the left hand side, Szoboszlai comes out marginally on top, so he'll be first choice on the left hand side, with Valchak, Diallo and Diop providing the backup there. And on the right hand side, Szoboszlai again is on top, Avramidis second best, with Alvaro Rostel, who is actually a striker, the third best. Capable backups in Mauricio, Diallo and Doak. And then up front, we've got Alvaro Rostel as our lead striker, backed up by Avramidis, who, to be honest, is just as good as he is. Mauricio appears on that list again in third place as a striker, and Szoboszlai is fourth choice striker, although obviously he's primarily a winger, so unlikely to get any game time up front. And you will have noticed that Mauricio is on the transfer list. That's because we don't currently have room for him in the squad, so he will more than likely be moving on before the end of the transfer window. So with all of that dealt with, I will now show you the results from pre-season. And as you can see, we've had a perfect pre-season. We went to Ferencváros and won 4-2, went to Bologna and won 4-0, went to Empoli and won 3-1, went to Alessandria and won 6-0, and finally played Galatasaray at home and beat them by 4-1. So I'll be back in a moment to round off the episode and to tell you what's coming up on the next one. Okay, well, let's have a look at the media prediction. And as you can see, we are 4-1 joint favourites to win the Premier League, along with Manchester City. And you'll notice at the bottom of the odds, Leeds United, who qualified for the Europa League last season, 2,000 to 1 to win the league, and favourites to finish rock bottom. And the reason for that is that they have gone into administration and been deducted 9 points. So let's have a look at what is going to be coming up on the next episode. And quite obviously, I'm going to show you the opening 2 games of the Premier League season. We're at home to Manchester City on Monday, and then away to Arsenal 5 days later. So that's the next episode. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.